this video we show some advantages of Easyjewels3D commands. The designer is often given very poor information about the object to be designed. Sometimes your customer hasn't a clear idea of what he wants, some others he wants you to modify the design in real time in front of him. In all these cases, the draft you create to give a reliable idea of the final result can be easily modified according to your customer's needs. All possible changes to the draft won't compromise your job, and you will not run the risk of throwing your draft away as it usually happens. In this video I will show you what has been very useful to me in the everyday practice. Using Easyjewels3D commands, I created a gem of given sizes. I extracted the profile and created a one-rail sweep. I created two one-rail sweeps with my sections, and I eventually remapped stones and prongs from the source axis. For all these commands the history of construction was active. Imagine as first change of having to change the height of the central gem. I locked the levels to make an easier selection of sections and points. Now I will move the central gem, the sections and rails of the two one-rail sweeps. I will set rhinoceros view so as you can see changes. History now is updating everything. In this case you should normally delete objects. On the contrary, I want to show how professional it can be to change your design real time in front of your customer. Let's try to imagine the customer seated on our side. Sometimes, looking at the object, he will give us some information on any necessary changes to the project. Now by moving or rotating or scaling, I will transform the sections of the sweep and the control points of the sweep binary. History now is updating everything. We don't mind of the absolute position of the prongs or of the stones that you are updating. The important thing is to give the idea of what will be the final result. Here let's imagine the first request of the customer.
Please can you open a little bit the curvature of this curve here?
History now is updating everything.
A little bit more please. Make it turn around so I can check it. Stop here please, can you move it right a little bit? Stop here please, can you move it right a little bit? Perfect.
Now I want you to notice that the sweep that I built is not balanced. Later I will edit it.
Okay, now make more or less the same thing on the left part of the project.
I did not want the project to be specular as per customer instructions. Now instead of moving points one by one to an unlikely proper position, I use one of my commands to put all points along a curve. In this way my customer can have real-time the idea of what can be most likely the final object.
How many carats and gold weight, please?
Here it would take too long to see how these commands work. Go to Easyjewels3D.com and take a look to their single video.
Good. Make the project suitable for producing.
At this point you have to check position and size of your objects. If you use normal rhinoceros commands to transform your objects, prongs and stones will be no more oriented as they should. In this case it may be faster to delete everything and reinsert stones and prongs anew. I will show you some commands to avoid this situation. Prongs and stones are oriented like at the beginning of our draft with the same insertion height, probably because of changes we made to the sweep or because we put them that way only to give an idea to the customer. We want to edit them some way. Easy gumball. Notice the icon bottom right. With Easy Gumball you can move easy objects keeping their orientation. You can rotate, scale and move them vertically with gumball instruments or with double clicking and inserting values in Rhinoceros command line. Prongs and stones edit. They work the same way. Now we show only the first. You can edit their height, depth, width and vertical position. Selected objects history breaking. Remapping objects with history. To know better what allow you to do these commands, go to easyjewels3d.com toolbar menu. Thank you for watching.